Right, so I mentioned a bit of a mini project that I've started on. Decided to dig this out of the shed. It's been in, well, the shed next to the workshop here for almost 4 years. It's 3.5 years. No MOT to tax or anything. It ran into the ground, so I thought I might as well drag her out. See about putting it back on the road, because I haven't got a car at the moment. And this thing costs literally nothing to run. So I figured, seems though it was ragged to hell before, I've just literally ripped the whole thing apart again. Just loads of little stupid issues with it that just sort of bad maintenance and this, that and the other has caused. Nothing expensive really, so it's not going to cost more than a couple £100 to put it back on the road. So I'm just literally stripping it bare frame because I'm going to repaint it because it's just a bit rusty in a few areas. Just tidy it up really, nothing drastic. Also got an issue in the bottom end with the Kickstart mechanisms. Part of the ring gear, well not ring gear, teeth in there off that cog in there sheared off in a slight incident that me and Chris may have had something to do with, but we won't go there. Anyway, that was floating around in the bottom of the transmission, so I kind of need to split the motor just to deal with that problem. I'm actually going to take the engine out. I've just been stripping the rest of the stuff out the way. I'll drop the wheels and the brakes and stuff like that, and then we can just give it a bit of light sand and lap a coat of paint on there just to tidy things up, and then we'll start putting it back together. I'll stick a bigger carb on because the one that's on there is fucking tiny, 14mm I think, maybe a 12 even. It's literally, I think you'd have issues putting your finger through the carb, and the pipe's knackered, so I'll put a better pipe on it. But yeah, that's pretty much what I'm working on this evening. There's been literally no videos for months because really there's been not a lot going on. Just been working and stuff like that. Had loads of stuff coming in and out of the workshop, but it's really just been other people's projects. So not really been able to do any filming because it's kind of their car to film, if you know what I mean. So not really been able to get involved. Alright, I just dropped the swing arm off and taken the engine out. So I'm almost bare frame now, just a case of dropping the front forks and the front wheel, and then it's just a bare frame which we can work with. We've had a quick lick of paint here. This is the most unprofessional paint job in the world. And we've got a slightly more professional job going over here. Right, James?
Yeah.
What's going on here? How many threads have you pulled so far? Yeah, we've got a bit of a redneck paint job going on, but this is close enough for the camera. Just putting it back together, engine's back in. I've got the side covers off at the moment because I'm trying to get hold of a Kickstart piece that goes in there because there's a part broken off it, which means that the Kickstart, it just like spins round and round. It doesn't stop in the right place, which is just really annoying. So I'm trying to get hold of one of them, but failing at the moment. So it's just a case of putting it back together really. Put some brake pads in it, sort the few bits on the engine out, and just try and tidy the wiring up and stuff like that really. Right, okay, we're starting to put it back together here now. So we've got the airbox and everything in. Rear brakes are on and bled. We had a slight issue with the master cylinder for that. It's sorted out now. Just had to take it apart and strip the threads out of the bloody mount, so I had to drill and tap that, but there's always things going wrong. So I'm just starting to put it back together. Just put the radiator and stuff on next. Right, I'm just doing a bit of a repair on the Kickstart here. Basically, there's a part here which is the rest, so when you cycle it through the Kickstart, the lever comes back up, and this is basically to stop it at the top so it doesn't just keep spinning around on the spring. Sadly this is snapped off, which means that the lever keeps going round and just smashes into the gear casing and just makes it a real pain in the arse. Now I'm going to attempt to hopefully re-weld this back onto here because I'm having issues getting hold of another one, and as far as I can see this is quite an easy repair. So we're going to weld that back on there and then hopefully get it refitted again, although it's a bit of a farce because the spring is a bit awkward getting in, but we'll get this reattached first. Right, there was a bit of a fail with the videoing. Had a few people turn up, completely forgot to video anything, but we got the I can't even remember what I was doing when I was on the last video. Oh, that's right, got the Kickstart bit welded up. Just done it with the MIG welder in the end and ground it back so it fitted back in the casing. That's now working perfectly. As you see, it's coming back and it's hitting a stop. so that it doesn't go. Whereas before it would just keep rotating and just basically smash into this, which would make it a real pain in the arse. So that's working nicely now. Got the new carb fitted. So on, had to make a few adjustments because obviously it's not meant for this bike. Much bigger than the original carb. New exhaust because the old one was knackered. It's just another arrow pipe, which was basically what was on here originally. Back box comes with it, didn't actually need it. Just starting to put it back together really, only sort of jetting out on the carb. It's lean at the moment, so I'm going to take the carb back off again, or at least see if I can get the screw out the bottom of the bowl to change out the jets a minute, and go from there. Right, as normal, there's been a videoing fail. People have been down last week and I was just sort of not really in the mood for videoing stuff, but we have been doing a few bits and bobs to the bike. Can't be asked to get new plastics for it anymore because basically you just can't be bothered to put any money into it. So it's just gone back together, just refreshed it really. I've rewired sort of half of it because the electrics were completely depot again. Some new indicators, new backlight, sorted out the wiring, new grips, just sort of the odd little bit just to try and tidy it up a bit. So we're just in the process now. I've just finished testing all the electrics. Everything's working, put a new battery in it. It appears to be charging. Just got to put the plastics back on and then she's done. Looks a bit gash, but never mind.